Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. My name is Salad, and I will be your host for today's episode and every episode here on the channel. My friends, we are in the middle of an investigation. The investigation of the murder of Chihiro Fujisaki. Very gruesome murder. She is currently suspended and hung up. We believe that a dumbbell is a weapon that could have been used to off her, but we don't know that yet for sure. It could still be revealed as a red herring later, but regardless, there's still a lot we need to figure out here. Right now we have been dragged to the main hall by Byakuya. There is something here he wants to show us that's going to help reveal the secret of the locker room loophole, apparently. So I'm very interested to see what exactly that might be. What's up? Oh, right. We have to figure out whatever he's trying to tell us for ourselves for some reason. I don't understand why we have to do that. What is that? Okay, what do we got here? There's a mailbox here. So there is. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. Why? Whose e-handbooks are those? No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? What are they doing here? Why do we just have spare e-handbooks just sitting in the main hall? So you finally found them. Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. Why? Why did you just happen to walk into the main hall by chance and find them? Okay? What exactly prompted you to do that? I would never have gone in here if he had, like, ever, for the rest of my gameplay experience, unless the game dragged me in here for some reason like it did just now. So why did you just happen to wander into the main hall and find these? That's extremely weird. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. Oh, jeez. So what, Sayaka, Junko, and Leon? Dang. Okay. Their handbooks are just sitting in the mailbox in the main hall. Wow. And Monokuma never mentioned this for some reason, and somehow Byakuya just happened to find this out. So then these handbooks belong to... Yep, like I just said. Pretty self-explanatory. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Of course! Of course! Of course he chose Sayaka's, dude. What a surprise. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. I wouldn't have it any other way, would we, Makoto? Now, do you understand this is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier? Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer's been in front of you the entire time. Right, so this is the act of borrowing instead of loaning. I suppose the difference that I was really trying to figure out on the last episode, now that I understand exactly what they're trying to say, is the difference. Loaning is the other person is giving you permission to take their handbook and then eventually give them back. Borrowing is taking a dead person's handbook who can't consent to at least borrowing a process, using it, and then I guess returning it. Still a very vague loophole in my opinion, and still not something I would necessarily differentiate between the two on my own. But since the game is so easily laying it out here for us, I get what they're trying to say. Only act the loaning handbooks permitted, borrowing is perfectly fine. Now I understand. Now I understand. I remember him saying that in this stupid minigame, dude. It's like ingrained in my head because of how funny it was. Alright. Another truth bullet.
What?
Jeez, why is that so loud in my ear? You don't need to what me, Byakuya. Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
One of the handbooks won't turn on. Huh. Why is that? Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Okay, so that means it's Leon's. Through the process of deduction, we figured it out. It's Leon's, but why? Why is it Leon's? Yep,
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. This is true, that could have broken it. Yeah, that holds up. Sayaka only got stabbed with a knife, so that wouldn't have any effect on her handbook, and Junko got stabbed with a bunch of spears. Unless a spear went directly through her handbook, it also would have no effect on the handbook, but a bunch of baseballs being shot at you, yeah, I could easily see one of them hitting the handbook and completely busting that thing open. Oh, jeez, we gotta show this again? The memory of it came flooding back. Why? Why are we showing this again? That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. Why are we showing this again? What is the point? A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault. Oh, hi. Hey. I love how much he's showing up now. It's making up for the lost time he wasn't here. In the last, episodes before last one.
Making me angry!
No, don't want to make him angry. Stop. Whatever you're doing, guys, to make him angry, stop doing it. Hey.
Now I'm really angry!
Okay, how do we not make you angry? Let's settle down, Monokuma. Let's do some yoga. Let's do some Zen exercises. Some meditation, okay? We don't want you to be angry. It's all about the Monokuma happiness on the channel. How can we please Monokuma? What? Daddy, handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way you would break that easily. But it did. It did. He's right, it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't frickin' break. Monokuma, then try to turn it on yourself. I don't know what to tell you. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? Huh. Okay. I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with. It wouldn't do crap. Okay, geez, fine, I get it. Then how did it break? Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. How much do you want to bet he's not going to say what it is? Just for convenience sake. It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks. Ding, ding, ding. We got a winner over here. La Salad, he's the winner.
What?
That Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. Then why won't it turn on?
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? How could that be? Leaving the question in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? He said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that's not turning on. Maybe it's out of charge? Is that a thing? Could it be out of charge? I don't really feel like that holds up. They never mentioned you had to charge our handbooks.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to this case, so it doesn't matter for now. Okay, but it definitely matters inside. It definitely matters, bro, because or else we wouldn't be talking about it. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. You don't say, and it definitely matters. We wouldn't be talking about it if it didn't matter. Broken E handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, then, this should be enough to get things rolling. How so? Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. What are you talking about? This is literally the whole point of the investigation, is to figure out who killed Chihiro. Byakuya, there's nothing else that could be more important than that. What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Okay, so he's really dead set on the fact that the serial killer is the killer. But would that not be doing the same thing? If you're so insistent that Genocide Jack is the killer of Chihiro, then we would be correctly both solving who the murderer of Chihiro is and who Genocide Jack is. We would be knocking out two birds with one stone. Then you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro? Clearly.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay, then I won't make you repeat yourself. Absolutely, I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit of this case. Do tell. How would you know this? This murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. I don't know. I don't know if I'd go to say that, but I'm interested in hearing what you have to say about the matter. Murderous fiend kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. What nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Ba-ba-da-ba, Genocide Jack. We said that same dialogue like 3 times, dude. Say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. So one of us could be a demented psychotic killer. Could one of us be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. It's not that I wonder, I just don't believe it, man. I can't believe any of these people in our class would be a serial killer. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Oh, really? And why are you choosing to show me? Do you like me for some reason? In fact, we know you don't like me. So why exactly are you cooperating with me right now? There's no way you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart to try to help me out. You don't know a kind heart whatsoever. You are exactly the type of person who has never known that type of thing. What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Oh, right. Okay, where are we going?
Don't make...
Oh, I have a basis to believe that, I assure you. A basis to believe that, I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need. Yeah. I figured. I was like, are you going to take us somewhere? Like, how exactly are you going to convince us without words that Genocide Jack is the killer here?
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Something like that, really? Ah, hey, you two. Hina, how'd you know we were in here? Big trouble. Need your help. Oh, jeez.
I don't have time to play with you.
Neither do I, Hina. Sorry, I don't got time to play with you either. Not right now. Maybe later. No, literally. We are busy, so please, unless it's really an emergency. Okay, well, there you go. I guess I guess it's an emergency. Therefore, I begrudgingly will come with you. I mean, to be honest, anything to get away from Byakuya, but I do want to find the Chihiro's killer. And if it has to do with Genocide Jack, then I want to know more about that. You gotta help me! Alright, what's up? That's not what I clicked on. It's not what I clicked on.
Please!
Please, you gotta help me! Just calm down, okay, Nina?
I mean...
But it's an emergency! Alright, what happened? Please, just calm down. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's not as big of a deal as you're saying.
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. And it sounds like Toko's acting completely normal to me. Because when is there not something wrong with Toko, and when is she not acting super strange? Therefore, she sounds exactly like she normally is. I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? Yeah, she was. She was acting like a complete idiot earlier. What should we do, Byakuya? Like a complete psychopath.
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. Why? Do you like her now? Because she likes you. We know she likes you. That was a really weird portion of free time that we spend with Toko and Byakuya, where she like completely went boy crazy over him. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Oh, okay, I won't. Jeez. Why do you like that line so much? I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it. Yeah. Why did he say yes? Why is he intrigued by Toko?
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
Looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's room most likely. I probably got that gist, but thanks, Byakuya. Thanks for the helping hand there. You're right. Oh, it just takes us there anyway, so that really didn't need to be said at all. Hi, Hina. What's up? You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. Yeah, bro. Well, she's an athlete. So what's this emergency? After what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. You left her alone? I mean, I wouldn't want to be near her either, but she didn't seem like in the right frame of mind. She clearly has a giant concussion from when she hit her head when fainting. After a while, we came back to check on her, to see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. She never wants to leave her room anyway. And when does she not say weird and annoying stuff? Like, this is exactly how she normally operates, dude. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Good idea. Alright, then we will go do that. Hi, Toko. Please don't kill me. I don't think you're very sane right now. Not that you ever are. Well, I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Ugh! What's wrong with her? Why's she tweaking out, bro? Holy crap! What's wrong with her, dude? Why's she doing that? An aura of negativity flowed out from beyond the door and forced a gasp out of me.
What?
Huh. Sorry I asked. Jeez, go away.
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Gladly. Sorry I ever bothered you. Goodbye. This is when I close the door and run the hell down the hallway and never look back.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Oh, Makoto, you sly dog. What do you mean by that? Oh, okay. Shut up, LaSalad.
Won't allow it.
Why?
Huh?
Bro said, huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Is Genocide Jack in there with you? Bro. She's saying Genocide Jack's in there with her. Guys, we actually might have a really bad emergency. We gotta get her out of there. What the heck? I don't like Toko, but I don't want to just die on the spot like that. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. Dude. Genocide Jack really is in the school? This is insane. I really didn't expect this to be a thing. One of us is really Genocide Jack and they're in the school? Or is it another person that we haven't met who's Genocide Jack that's in the school? I don't know. What was that? Bro, why would she slam the door? Is Genocide Jack, like, behind her? Like holding a gun to her head? Is like, if you don't shut the door, I'm gonna... What is going on? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I don't like that at all, man. It's weird. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. Genocide Jack's in the room with her, dude. Okay, she's trying to give us context clues and we're not getting them. How stupid are we? How stupid are you, Hina? How stupid are you, Makoto? Byakuya, you should be smart enough to tell what she's trying to say. There was literally somebody in the room with her, like, threatening her if she says too much. He definitely has, like, a gun or, like, a knife pointed at her, bro. Like, we gotta help her. I don't even like her, but, like, the fact that I know that she's, like, in deep trouble and we're not figuring it out is a problem. I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. You should've. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Yeah, the freaking serial killer's in there with her, dude. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. No, she's being locked in there. He snuck into her room, dude. He snuck into a room and nobody was looking. This is insane. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? I don't know, but she could ask him considering he's in there with her. Is that why Toko's so scared? No, she's scared because she's got a thing, man! Serial killer in there with her!
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. I wonder why you are! Is there anyone who might be able to persuade her? No, I don't think so, but I know that she really likes Byakuya. I don't think anything's gonna sort her to open the door when there's literally somebody in there with her, dude. Hi, Byakuya. Do you think you can maybe try to get her out of there? Right? This is gonna end badly, bro, because she's gonna want to go to him because she's, like, obsessed with him, and then she's gonna get, like, shot in the back or stabbed in the back if she opens the door, dude. Oh my goodness, this is scary.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Yeah, everyone can be nice when they want to. That's the thing, just some people choose not to be. He had no comment on that. He stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. Ding dong. After a few moments... Oh, not this again. It's so weird looking, bro. Why do they have to draw her like that? Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Bacula. What the hell's a bacula?
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise? Hold up. Byakuya, what are you not telling us? What is going on? What is this about a promise? Are you guys like doing something on the side here, like, and not talking about it, or like, did you do something, Toko, that you shouldn't have done, or Byakuya, did you threaten her and something? Well, what happened, man? This is getting weird. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again, bro. She's gotta be losing it, man. She's got to be losing. She's having a full mental breakdown, bro. I don't even know if the guy's in there with her at this point, or if she literally thinks the guy's in there with her. She literally she must have seen the blood, the body, and gone absolutely crazy. And now she thinks that there's a serial killer about, like, threatening her or something like that. That's my hypothesis. I don't really know. She's just a crazy girl. I don't know what to tell you. She clearly has mental issues. That's what I think is going on here, man. She's just losing her crap. With that, the door slams shut. Maybe he's not in there with her. Maybe she's literally just absolutely having a complete mental breakdown and being confused about what life is. That could easily be a possibility. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. Nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise? Yeah, what's that about, buddy? You got some explaining to do on that, please.
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. I mean, she definitely does seem really delusional right now, but I can't help but think you could have easily had a promise with her that she might be referring to that you don't want to talk about there, buddy. So, yeah, I think you're lying. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about the fact that I think you're lying? How are you going to process that? How are you going to handle that? We'll see. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. I don't care. I don't care. You're lying. You're lying. I can see right through your stupid glasses. Okay? I'm looking directly into your eyes right now. You're lying. Do you hear me? I know you are. I'm not prove it somehow. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. He clearly does not want to talk about or entertain whatever the heck that promise may be. Without waiting for a reply, he sped away. Byakuya! And now I gotta go follow him like I'm his stupid lapdog. The fact that you let him, like, be higher than you, Makoto, is crazy. I mean, he's like 10 feet taller than us, but it's okay. You still don't have to act like he's your king. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library. Well, this would make sense, considering he's literally addicted to reading in the library, so... Come on, let's go in. Alright, what's up, man? What are you gonna show me in here? Is this the evidence that proves it was genocide? Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
He loves saying that. Don't make me say it again. Well, I know what you will say again is the line, don't make me repeat myself, because you keep saying it. Oh, we're just supposed to look on it on our own? Okay. Desk? There are no clues here. We need to check elsewhere. Oh, but there is a coin. Okay. Here? Nope, when checking there, we need to find real clues. Okay, maybe you could lend a helping hand, buddy, because I don't know where we're going. Can we finally go in here? If I remember on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Yeah, because he would never let us go in there. He was guarding it like a guard dog. Like, literally. Like an alligator in a moat. He would not let us cross, man. Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. What's this room look like? I don't even know. Oh, it literally just looks like a messy continuation of the library. So many books and files, and so much dust as well.
So, in other words...
I would say that there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Knowledge is value. Knowledge is power. Reading is all of those things as well. So, maybe you're right. But I don't really know, considering this just looks like bookcases with the backs of books. So I can't tell you what any of the content is inside of those books. The shelf is stuffed tight with files. I really think about it, I picked one up at random. You have a sharp eye to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at a national library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? Jeez. I don't think so. I'll have the entire government coming after me. There's no telling what crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. But how would they know I peeked at it? That's the thing. Is the book like... Does it have like a motion sensor? So it's the second you open it, the government's notified, and all of a sudden they have eyes on you? That's the only way they would know if I ever looked at it. Making a sound, they return the file to the shelf. I'd look at it anyway, just out of curiosity. Okay. Then, what do we got down here? That's not what I clicked on, but okay. So many files stuffed on the shelf. What's in all of these things?
Enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous. They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. Oh, we're getting into conspiracy theories here, aren't we? People control the world from behind the shadows, behind the scenes. There's a whole secret group that we don't know about. Is that what we're talking about here, Byakuya? I mean, like members of a what the hell's a diet? Diet Coke? What's a diet? No, the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. Right. You're saying this is a thing. Well, I know some people today that would definitely not go along with this type of thing, but then again, there are people that would. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. Oh, yeah, I'm all right, man. Thanks. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I don't think he is. I think he's really serious, man. I think he's really saying that this is a true thing. I'll just let it go for now. Yeah, that might be the best option. You don't want to mess with any of that stuff, especially if it's real. If that is real, man, those people are pretty powerful people, and they will come for you if you know their secret. All right, can I click on whatever this is now? Thank you. It's a desk lamp. Kind of a weird spot for it. Oh, it's the same one Byakuya was using. Interesting. Guess he just moves in and out.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? No, I was just looking at it. Do you have a problem with me looking at it? If it was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Okay, that explanation holds up. But I'm still watching you. Oh, yeah, you got a coin. Now I'm up to 2. I spent them all on the frickin' gotcha machine earlier. Alright, we clicked on that. There's one more shelf over here to click on. Ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. Yeah, this is exactly the type of thing I would not want to look at. So, yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Actually, thank you so much for the warning. I actually really appreciate that. I would give you a high five if this was real life, because you probably just saved me a lot of mental health. You know what I'm trying to say, man? Like, if I looked at it, man, it would have done some bad things to my mind. So, thank you for letting me know. It's the kind of thing any normal person would ever want to look at, and I'm certainly fall into that category. I am definitely a normal person. I am not into that stuff whatsoever. Be careful. What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. So, nobody's seen these either. Wow, we got a lot of, like, top secret stuff in here, don't we? Huh. Alright, what else? Anything? I guess just talking to you, huh? Oh, I didn't mean to... I meant to talk to you. Thank you. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. What do we not look at? I feel like we looked at everything, dude. Bookshelf, bookshelf, bookshelf. What was this? Did we click on this already? Oh, a wooden box is empty. Though judging by the smudges and the dust, it looked like there was something inside. How long ago was there something inside? Was it recently or a long time ago? Wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful when I was in the library. Okay, so I guess that answered our question. Byakuya took an extension cord out of that box. An extension cord, huh? Yeah, you know what that is, Makoto? Have you ever heard of an extension cord? It's quite a common item, to be honest with you. So I'm really surprised this is the first you're hearing about it. Are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? Not really, but I did come to grasp with the fact that it contains a lot of stuff that we really shouldn't be poking around at. So, maybe we shouldn't be poking around at it. The entire reason I was interested in this library is because of the room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. And you think you're so special, don't you? You think you're so special, so therefore you should be allowed to see all of these things, and the normal commoner should never be able to. You think you're just above everybody else, Byakuya. I know. You just think you're so special. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your perceived reality, you label as a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? Good question. But we are at super fancy high school, you know? Best high school in the world. All the kids who come here are the best at everything they do, and they grow up and they do great things and they make $1 million, and yay. Best high school ever right here. That probably explains it. I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope's Peak truly wields. I thought looks like there's a word missing there, but okay. The mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. I don't know. I feel like it's more like the first thing. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual? Normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your common sense applies to me at all? I mean, we know that it doesn't. We know that you live in a completely different world than Makoto does. So, I wouldn't expect it to be the same at all. And you have a completely different mindset than Makoto half the time, so common sense really is just in a completely different world between the two of us. Documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, and there is no doubt. Oh, just because you did. Therefore, we don't need to worry anymore. He did it. He did it, guys. He reviewed them, so we know that they're completely legit. 100%. He really is just the top person ever to exist, man. If he puts a stamp on something, you know, okay, that it absolutely has meaning. That's it. That's the end of it. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all of these documents and more than once. But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, not as dusty. You have access to all the secret stuff too at your house? This seems hard to believe. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to a variety of government-related documents. Of course they do. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. Wow, right, so you know all about the world then. How is that possible?
So in other words...
I already told you there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. Wow, so it really is true. It really is true. My family is a member of that council. Jeez! I feel like you get off for just by saying that, dude. You can't just admit that to anybody. Literally, like, that's like top secret. That's like no-go. You can't talk about that ever to anyone. For somebody who's really smart, that was incredibly stupid to just say that out loud. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. I mean, we don't know anything about the actual mastermind. We do know a lot about Byakuya at this point, and he's a pretty scary dude. That's for sure. He has no compassion in his brain for anything except himself whatsoever. And what always interests me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's an excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of these cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites, is the Genocide Jack case. Wow, how convenient. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf. This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounded surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to summarize the main points. To begin, there are 2 notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. Alright, I'm listening. This is probably pretty important information, guys. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. Okay, well, that was there. We remember seeing the word bloodlust. And the second, poor Chihiro, man, is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Does it happen to be that exact way that Chihiro is in right now? Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro! Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. Well, yet again, I was going to go into the theory about, well, just because the word bloodlust is written there and because they're hung up like that does not actually prove that's a real Genocide Jack. Because anybody could just copy that. But he's saying that nobody knew about it except the police and other higher-ups, and obviously Genocide Jack themselves. So he's saying there's no way that anybody could have just copied it. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. That's a problem. It certainly points to the hypothesis that Genocide Jack is here with us. In other words, nobody on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack. Okay. Alright, I see what he's saying, man. I do. I see what he's saying. It is convincing information to me. I don't really know if he's telling the truth. That does prove that Genocide Jack does have to be behind this, because nobody else would know that exact type of way to suspend the body and to write the message.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us. Stop talking about among us. No, I'm kidding. Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined the killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on a knee and beg, I might even show you myself. I'm not gonna get down on my knee and beg. Ever. Makoto, please do not do that. It's not worth it. I don't care. I'd rather die than have to do that. Byakuya, about the Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Thank goodness he's not going to make us see that through. Because I wouldn't have done it. Makoto might have, but I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have been okay with him doing it. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Why? Who's going to stop me? You? Are you the file police? Are you the policeman who monitors all the files, man? You're in control of them all? What happens if I take it with me? Does the world blow up? What happens? I'd love to see. In fact, let's see. Let's see what happens if I take it with me. Makoto, what are you reading? What's so scary about it? What is that expression for? Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I reached a page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, thank goodness the blood is pink, though. Or else I wouldn't be doing too well right now. The names of Genocide Jack victims ran on for several pages. Look at that guy on the top left, bro. Look at his face. It looks like a balloon. Keno Harada, 32. Tetsuro Honda, 17. Shojai Gaku, 23. Kano Izai, 14. Takashi Yoshida, 30. Or 17 and 14-year-olds, dude. That's crazy. The other guys, I mean, they're a little older at least, but like, Genocide Jack literally murdered 2 children right there. Katasuna Taro. Takafumi Gono. Uchida Naohisa. Takashi Masamune. Yato Yumijima. There was no end to it. But one thing can become perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of each murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Absolutely gruesome stuff, man. I really don't like serial killers that much, man. I have no interest in serial killers, to be honest with you. The fact that anybody can be okay, I get that people's brains can be messed up in real life, man, but the fact that anybody can ever think that doing something like serial killing is okay, and they get off on that, and it's like a fetish for them, it's just insane to me how a human brain can ever work like that. Now take a look at the next page, you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Jeez, Makoto. I know you're like, it's like discovering the first, like, airplane to ever fly or something, like something this insane, but like, you don't need to make that expression, man. It makes me really panicked because I really feel like you're finding something like life or death out here. Profiling results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays or nights, weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. Oddly specific. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Why? What is the reason? There's got to be some reason, but why? Based on those facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. So you're telling me they lingered at the scene, and they've killed over countless victims, and the police still haven't been able to catch them, despite the fact that they lingered at the scene. How useless are the Japanese police? Like, excuse me? How are you that incompetent at your jobs? All it takes these days is for one person to get murdered, and that person is caught instantly and thrown into prison for life. And even if they aren't caught instantly, they're certainly caught within a few days. How incompetent of a police force can you be to let a serial killer who lingers at the scene still not be caught? Because an eyewitness never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior, and no witnesses as well, ever. Give me a break, man. Completely unrealistic. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. What is that? What is dissociative identity disorder? I'm not a psychologist, bro. I don't know what that means.
So in other words...
It's clearly some type of mental illness, but I don't know what that means. The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Oh. Okay, I know what that means. A split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of a totally unbelievable story. So does that mean a split personality? It means they have 2 personalities. So like one is like your normal self, and then sometimes like you wake up and you're like somebody else, I think. Or there's like a different personality that you are, but like you believe the other person isn't active at the time, I think. It's almost like having 2 people share one body, I think. I think that's what they mean by that. Totally unbelievable story, but this one is more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Is there anybody here who like acts differently sometimes? Celeste acts differently sometimes. Sometimes she's like totally like chill as heck, and then sometimes she's just absolutely like losing her mind over the smallest things. It could be Celeste. That's something to keep in mind, bro. I don't know. But literally, like, remember she's like nothing matters to me, and then she's like, like, literally. Could it be Celeste? I don't know. It would not surprise me if Celeste was a serial killer, like deep down. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Alright, genocide check case file. I don't know, man. I don't know if it could be her, or if they're trying to lead us just to someone else, but...
Let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? If you say so. We're just following your tail at this point. Wait, Byakuya. You don't need him, Makoto. It's okay. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things to take care of before the class trial. Like what? What could you possibly have to take care of? You do nothing. We're all trapped in a murder school. What could you possibly have to take care of before the trial? What business do you have, buddy? All of a sudden, just like that?
I don't have time to play with you.
Okay, then don't play with me. I don't want to play with you either. Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Thank goodness we're finally able to get away from him. Makoto might not be happy, but I certainly am. Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Goodbye indeed. Jeez. Thank goodness, man. I don't miss you at all. Not even for a second. And he was gone. Just as quickly as he asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. Well, he just did say he doesn't want to play with us, so maybe playtime's over for him. At the same time, I've uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room, too. Why? It had nothing to do with the boys' locker room. Alright, whatever. We'll just do it for the sake of doing it. I know this might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. And let's go there. Oh! Genocide Jack. That can't be Celeste, because Celeste is a girl. Genocide Jack is the name of a guy, you moron, salad. How did you not... So, which guy here would have a split personality? No guy really acts different from time to time. Taka and Mondo started acting a little different after their sauna trip, but I don't really feel like that's like a split personality thing. I'm really confused about that whole thing. Maybe they'll explain it down the line, because I don't feel like I'm getting it. But one thing is for sure, Genocide Jack is a guy's name, bro. So there's no way that a girl could be who they're talking about in this situation. Hi, Hifumi.
Da-da-da-da-da!
Ding, 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 ding. Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me, and another point decreased for me on the La Salad scale for you. Evidence? Evidence, what did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it.
But
I'm sure of it.
But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Yeah. He probably found, like, a drop of water on the floor and thinks it's a clue. And he thinks he's gonna blow the case wide open. Oh, yeah. Miss Ludenberg. Stop doing that when I'm speaking. Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile, too. Really? What did she see? What did she see? I'm very curious, because I have my suspicions about Celeste, but Celeste is also not a guy, so she can't be Genocide Jack. But also, if it is a guy, then how did the guy get into the girls' locker room? Well, we already established that because of the handbook rule. You just used Junko's handbook to get in. So, yeah, a guy could have easily been the murderer in this case.
Well, it would seem...
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Oh, who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna break his heart that Celeste has no interest in him? Okay, so where is Celeste now? She only uses you as a pawn, buddy. The warehouse by the dorm, she was there, but at the same time, not there. Excuse me? Can we maybe rephrase that in the English language? What's it gonna be? Okay, so I have to go find Celeste, but I have business here first. Let's go check out the boys' locker room first, because we haven't been in there yet. Nothing to see here. It looks completely normal to me. Is there anything we can investigate? There's a camera. Okay, nothing doing with that. Anything else? Got a poster, and we got a carpet. Huh, this poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Yeah, you're right, now that you think about it. That's more of something you'd find in the girls' locker room, because girls are, like, boy crazy over boy bands. I know my sister totally was. She was obsessed with One Direction when I was growing up. So, yeah, I feel like normally a boy band would go in, like, a girls' locker room. That's kind of weird. What the heck is this? Somebody poop on the floor? What is this? There's a strange stain on the carpet. Bro, who pooped on the floor? Was it Hifumi? I'm sorry, but like, who this is a poop stain. somebody get drunk and poop on the floor. Monokuma, I'm looking at you. You're the one who knows how to... You're the only one who has alcohol in here. Very random. Why would someone poop on the floor, bro? There's nothing else that could be except poop. I'm sorry. And this game would do that. What I've gotten from this game so far is they absolutely would have somebody poop on the floor and leave a stain. That's definitely not far out of their realm. What is it? They're not going to say. They're just going to leave it ambiguous. It's definitely poop, bro. It's absolutely poop. Somebody pooped on the floor and smeared it up and it left a stain. That's absolutely what happened. Absolutely what happened. Is that it? I guess so. Alright, into the girls' locker room we go. Hifumi, I'm looking at you, buddy. I know you pooped on the floor. You're standing right there. It was obviously you. It was a boy. It could have been a girl, I guess, because now, you know, if anyone know about the handbook loophole, then they could have gotten into the boys' locker room or the girls' locker room. Nothing matters anymore when it comes to that, if they know the loophole, that is. How many people here actually know the loophole? That's the question. Alright, what are we doing in here? Kyoko, you're standing in a different spot now, so tell me something. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? She's deep in thinking. Looking this way. Deep in thinking for
Indeed.
Kyoko, generally speaking.
However...
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. You and Byakuya, bro. What the heck do you guys have to do? You guys don't have any more business than the rest of us, okay? I think our #1 business should be solving the mystery of what the heck is going on here. Although you probably already did because you're smart, but like, what else would we be taking care of? What would you have possibly to take care of? You are not more important than the rest of us. Something besides the investigation? What is it exactly?
Well...
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
So then...
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. I don't know if I want to do that, to be honest with you. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. Why don't you just tell me what you frickin' know and don't make me find out myself? Makoto's not that smart. Have you seen him? With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. Kyoko, I love you, but why? It'd be so much easier for the both of us if you just said something. I guess I'll take another look at the body then, and Chihiro's handbook is missing. That's definitely worth worrying about. Oh, Chihiro alive, man. That's so sad. So full of life, but not anymore. Alright, we gotta look at her body. Why? This is an odd thing to ask me to do. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Yeah. Makoto, you can't be touching any weird areas, man. That's messed up, dude. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some type of a rope. Okay. Nothing weird about that. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug? Well. Mr. Byakuya, you have a comment on why that rope has a plug? Mr. The extension cord was handy. It proved of great use. Perhaps it proved of great use in more than just the way you let on about it. That's extremely suspicious, Mr. Byakuya. This isn't a rope at all, but the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. What else? Fatal injury was a blow to her head, right. Which means somebody struck her in the head in order to kill her, but the problem is Byakuya can't lift that dumbbell. So I don't get it. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. Because here's the thing, Byakuya can absolutely mimic this, right? He could easily have killed her and mimic this because he does know about the Genocide Jack nonsense because he has access to the case file. So he could easily mimic this. He could easily be the #1 suspect here, but the problem is still the dumbbell. The hit to the head, the blow to the head, unless the dumbbell is a red herring. If it wasn't for the dumbbell, I would 110% say Byakuya is behind this right now. And I still feel like in some type of way he is. But the dumbbell, there's no way he can pick that thing up and use it as a weapon? I didn't see any reason to think about it too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? It means that Byakuya absolutely knows what that extension cord is and where it is, because there's the way that he was watching the library like a hawk the entire chapter, there's no way he would have just let it out of his sight and then not go looking for it. He absolutely hung her up. But like, how did he kill her? I don't understand that. This is throwing me for a loop, dude, because it's so obvious that he hung her up with that extension cord, but I don't understand how he used a dumbbell. Regardless, he's most likely the guilty one at this point, which means that we get to say goodbye to him soon, so I'm excited to find out how exactly he did hit her in the head. One thing, Makoto hasn't figured it out yet, but when he does, it's going to hit him like a truck, dude. I like figuring it out before Makoto. That makes me feel important. The one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. To figure that out, there's a certain place you need to revisit and look once again. This might help to look at the Genocide Jack case one more time. Alright, then let's go do that. Byakuya, man. That's not a good look for you, man. There's nobody else that would have taken that, known where that extension cord was, and used it to hang her up, buddy. You did this. And it explains exactly how you mimicked the Genocide Jack thing, bro. Okay? Genocide Jack probably isn't even here. There's still more I need to check. Okay, what? Genocide Jack probably isn't even here. He's just probably making the entire story up. Okay? What else are we looking at? Sakura?
Damn.
Chihiro's presence here especially was weak. Her body and her soul.
No forgiveness!
Target such a helpless being. It's unforgivable what a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this. Okay, Mondo? Dude, I wrote complex about being weak. I think he already said this. Yeah. Okay, what else are we supposed to look at? Bloodlust? At every crime scene, the word bloodlust written in the victim's own blood. Okay. We already looked at the poster. What else we gotta look at, man? We looked at the dumbbell. Poster. Blood scene poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swim model. Oh, Makoto, you slide dog. Is pretty noticeable, too. You don't say. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Right. This seems like something you'd find in the boys' locker room. And the boy band seems like something you'd find in the girls' locker room. Why would somebody have possibly switched them? That reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is, that's right, there's definitely something strange about this. Yep. Yeah, why would somebody have switched them? Right. What reason would that... Right. Who knows a little more about the locker rooms? Who knows a little more about the locker rooms, bro? Who knows a little more about the locker rooms? You. You know about the locker rooms. Don't you? You spent a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? Because I mentioned that she's always in here, man.
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Let me ask you something. You think the posters in the boys' and the girls' locker rooms could have been switched? You would know the answer to this, surely.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid attention to the posters. That's so sus, dude. You were, like, my #1 suspect early on. This is extremely suspect that she has no idea if the posters were switched being in here every single day, dude. I see.
However...
But there is something that's bothering me about the locker room, bro. She's been here every single day since it opened up. And she can't tell if the posters were switched or not? Either you're horrible situational awareness, or you're lying. One of those two things. I don't know, man. That's extremely suspicious to me. What's been bothering you about the locker room? You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee in the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. Hey, you take what you can get here. Protein powder with coffee, down a glass on it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left the stain. Alright. I see what's happening here. The carpets were switched and the posters were switched, but why? Just like the nameplates are switched in the Sayaka case, but like, why? What was the point of doing that? I have not come to that conclusion yet. It's gonna hit me like a truck at some point, but I have not come to the conclusion why those two things were switched. A stain. I don't see any stain on the carpet now, but you did see the poop stain in the other room, you moron.
Of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. You can only assume somebody came along and cleaned it up. Still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with. That's because there wasn't on that carpet, was there? Well, how did somebody put it underneath that giant exercise equipment? What the heck? Man. Why were those two things switched? I don't understand. I know it's going to come to me and it's going to hit me like crazy, man, but I don't get it yet. I'm going to have to do some thinking on that. Alright. Yep. We have to go see Celeste, and also we have to go look at where that extension cord was, I believe. He said something about how he needs to go check that out, so let's go see. Let's go check that big box. Wooden box is empty. The extension cord was in there before. Okay. Right. Oh, is this hooked over here? The lamp won't turn on. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long. Right. Okay, so this is where he was using the extension cord. Last time I saw it was definitely on. It was definitely right here. Right. The light was on. We saw Byakuya. Right. We saw Byakuya using it. But there's no extension cord here now. It's gone. It's gone. It's confirmed, bro. It's absolutely confirmed that Byakuya hung up Chihiro. How did he do it? How did he get away with it? How did he hit her on the head? It's gotta be him. There's no other explanation. Unless somebody somehow took it from him without him knowing, but it's Byakuya. Of course he knows. It's gotta be him. I'm 110% convinced Byakuya did this, dude. I wonder if it's absolutely him. There's no other explanation. I just don't know how he did it. But he absolutely did this. There's nobody else who would have been able to take this extension cord from him, dude. I couldn't be more sure of anything else in my entire life. He said we should check the genocide case file again, bro. Where was that again? He said this was the cold case shelf, right? I believe so. Right. It was around here somewhere. It's gone. Did somebody take it out of the archive? I wonder who. But the only one who would do something like that is the culprit of this case, Byakuya. It's him, though. It's him. I've never been so sure of anything, dude. It's absolutely Byakuya. So great. We can't look at that. Fine. And the last thing they said to do was going to see Celeste near the warehouse. So we'll go do that. But I know who did it at this point. You know, last trial I didn't really have any leads on who I thought might be the culprit. I've had a bunch of theories. I thought Sakura, I thought Mondo, I thought Byakuya, I thought, wasn't there one more person who I suspected as well? I thought there was. Hina at one point. I think I maybe said Hina. Where are we? Fumi, yeah, Mondo, those guys. Okay, those guys are there. Hina's in the dining hall for some reason. All right, let's go to the warehouse where Celeste is. I've had a bunch of theories about this, but I think I figured out who it is. I think it's got to be Byakuya, man. The evidence is overwhelming at this point. Hi, Celeste. Also, I've never been in this warehouse. This is quite lengthy and spacious. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing and it is absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there is an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Indeed it was. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you and only you. Oh wow, don't I feel special? I thank you so much. Do share now.
Actually,
last night I saw her here, Chihiro, in the warehouse. Oh really? And you've been keeping this information to yourself the whole time. That clearly is a put your fingers on your lip moment. Oopsie! How dare you? How dare you withhold information? How dare you? That is evil. What? Really?
Indeed.
Indeed. This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Voice acting. Oh, Chihiro's alive, man.
Oh, I was just... Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Celeste, you knew that she was going to go exercise by herself at nighttime. Wasn't this at 2 a.m.? Did they say this was at 2 a.m.? Celeste, what are you doing breaking your own rule? There's no way this is before 10 o'clock, which means it was over 4 hours before she got murdered. There's no way. Celeste, what are you doing? Breaking your own dang rule.
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you're right. Thanks.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Oh, this is tragic. And you're never coming back again. You're going to those locker rooms, and you're never coming back again. And Celeste just let the whole thing happen. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. Just like that, she was gone. Yeah, you were just okay with her breaking that rule that you set for no reason. I have no idea why you just let her go. But, cool, whatever. Awesome job. Now she's dead.
Yes.
I assume she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly into the girls' locker room. Why would you think she was... Why would she do that at night if she wasn't going to go exercise at night? It doesn't take very long to go grab a track jacket from the warehouse, Celeste, okay? You could easily do that in the morning. So stupid. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have ever happened. Yeah, but also you could have dang stopped her from breaking the rule. Or you could have at least went with her, or something like that, where she didn't have to go alone. Stupid, bro. You get what you deserve, I suppose. Oh, jeez, man, that's a little it's a little harsh. But yet again, I'm not looking to Celeste for compassion whatsoever. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. Well, clearly somebody knew. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean that the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Okay, that's not too surprising. Why would they leave evidence there? That's not surprising. Obviously, they would clean up any evidence that might point to their identity some way or another. How that relates to their identity, I don't really know, but moving on. Alright, let's leave the area now. I'm not sure what else needs to be done. Where else do we need to go? I know we're over time right now, so I might just end it. They say we need to go to the dining hall, so let's go talk to Hina, and if there's more to do after Hina, then we'll just call the episode. What's up, Hina? Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out. She just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? I love it. Screw Toko, bro. Who the hell cares about Toko? I'm sorry, but, like, nobody cares. My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry. Hey, can't blame her. Can't blame the girl. You know, if your head's getting swimmy and you're hungry, you go to the dining hall. Food calls, you know?
Yeah.
The food is calling, you go get the food. Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Well, you have a heart of gold, Hina. That's way more noble than I'd be. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Really? Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Well, at least the effort is there. At least she's attempting to be smart. Even if she isn't. Really? Bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Something tells me that was not her one big regret. I don't know what it is, but just something seems out that was probably not one of her biggest regrets. Just saying. But now I remember I gave you the flotation donut. So not only do you like the fact that it swims, it floats on the ocean, but it's shaped like a donut. That was really the dream present I could have given her, and I didn't even know she liked donuts. I just gave it to her because it was a floaty. That's really funny. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. She didn't hang out with all the girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Maybe she felt unequal to you guys because so many of you are really pretty. And not that she isn't. Not that she isn't really pretty, but, you know, I could easily see herself being overwhelmed by it because she's really small and probably been bullied her whole life, so she probably felt insecure. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you guys invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's true. It wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to boys all the time. It's a little strange. I mean, it's not totally uncommon to, like, prefer to the other gender over your own gender when it comes to, like, friends. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not uncommon. It is kind of uncommon, but it still happens every now and then, so I guess it's whatever. But, like, I don't know really what my point is, but, like, it's certainly still interesting. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Like I just said, like, I feel like that is a little strange. It's not completely out, like, totally abnormal, but, like, normally, yeah, that is, like, a little different than most people, but, like, I don't know. I've seen some people who are like that, but, like, I still wouldn't say it's completely regular, you know? Oh, wait, maybe. Maybe she's used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? I could easily see that, potentially, if some guys were interested in her. Guys do love to spoil people they're interested in, or girls they're interested in. You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. No, neither did I. It's kind of the weird thing I was thinking too, but I don't know, maybe she... Who doesn't like some nice compassion, you know? Nobody's gonna say no to a gift, if a guy wants to give her a gift. Alright, Iwi's account has been added to the truth section of your handbook! Ding dong bing bong.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Yes, let's plunge right in, please.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial.
We're here at the class trial.
You remember where to meet, right?
I remember. I'm so excited, even though I don't know much. Although I feel like I have a better grasp on things than I did the last trial, where I really didn't have anything, and I was kind of just trying to pull everything together. And, like, you know, I had all my clues. I was just trying to sort of put them where they needed to go and relay them in certain situations and be like, yeah, this might go here in this conversation. This might go, you know, I didn't really have much to go off of. I had these clues, but I didn't really have any substantial meaning behind them. This time I feel a little more confident. I at least think that Byakuya is definitely the culprit here. So we just need to expose how he did it. I don't know how he did it, but, if we were able to expose how we did it, then we at least have a lead this time. So now it's like, we're not totally walking in the dark. We have an idea. We just don't know how we get to that formation on that idea. So at least it's still better than last trial, where I feel like we had nothing to go off of.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Here we get to expose Byakuya and get him the hell out of here. I'm so excited, bro. I hate him.
See you soon.
Bye, Monokuma. Or should I say, see you soon as well. Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. The red door is right through here. And my friends, we will meet the other side of that red door and meet the trial room once again on the next episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. That was a lengthy investigation, man. I'm pooped from that. Like I said, though, I feel like we've got some more clues than we did last time, or some better understanding about how things may have ended up. So, I'm feeling cocky, but I feel like it's deservingly so. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm right or not. We'll find out very shortly, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am for the trial. It was a lot of fun last time. I'm excited to expose Byakuya, his deeds, and get him the hell out of our crew, because he, my goodness, annoys the heck out of me. He was trying to lead us astray. It ain't gonna fool me. This is LaSalle, and I hope you have a good rest of your day and your night. I'll see you soon. Peace out. And bye. Bye.